Okay, so welcome back. I hope you're enjoying our rotation as we do management experience at Kenyatta National Hospital in the special surgery department and medical department. So some of you have been asking how to do a work plan, and there's both daily and weekly work plan, and I just thought I needed to clarify that. So just to remind ourselves that planning is about looking into the future, forecasting, seeing how you're going to use your resources, those which are available and those which you need to seek for, and all those are aimed at one main objective: providing quality care to patients in these units. Remember, we talked about different types of resources. We talked about moments or time, talked about materials, talked about money, we talked about manpower. So we need to look into the future and ask ourselves, how are we going to use all these resources in the wards we're managing to ensure that we provide quality patient care? So the daily work plan basically should incorporate all the resources available, and we should have an objective or aim, and usually we say it's a quality patient care. Remember, the patient is a primary customer of every unit we have, and especially in KNH. When you're doing our daily work plan, we need to ensure that we plan for 24 hours so that our patient are covered every moment of the day. A manager or a nurse manager is responsible and accountable for all the patient care which takes place in their unit wholly, whether they are there full-time or not. So, because we may not be there to work full-time, then we need to delegate. And remember, we always delegate with authority and responsibility. And that work plan needs to be evaluated real time. In other words, a work plan is a live document. It needs to be adaptable to change. You need to be able to change if need be as we progress in the course of the day. So what do I need us to do as we do the work plan? One, it's done in steps, or a few things we need to consider when you're doing that work plan. It must be done within the legal and statutory frameworks of the institution. So the work plan does not happen in isolation. It has to be in harmony with where you're working. Therefore, it's guided by institutional policies, and it should be about judicious use of resources. It may involve sourcing resources that are required, but more often than not, it is the resources which are already available. It often is a collaborative effort, multidisciplinary, but more often than not for nursing section, you find yourself that majorly it is the nurse manager who does the work plan, and you will decide when you need to incorporate your multidisciplinary colleagues. So remember, the nurse manager is the central person in harmonious running of the unit. So you act as they act as the patient advocate. If they need to consult, if they need to bring other members on board, it is a work of the nurse to do that. So even as you do your work plan, you need to think, at what point will I call other members of the multidisciplinary team to come and support my patient? You are the primary focal person as a nurse manager for the patient. Okay. So when you're doing that work plan, we start with the basics, which is identification of the document. That means you need to be aware of what institution you're working with. So we have Kenyatta National Hospital. What department are you attached in? We have, this is an example, Department of Surgery. What ward? Maybe in Ward 4A. You need to know what is it you're writing up. You're doing weekly or daily work plan. And what date is it? Who developed it? Who are you? Please don't be shy enough to write that you're the student nurse manager. So you write your qualifications, your BSN level 4, University of Nairobi. Other team leaders could be your colleagues who you're rotating with. They could also be other nurse managers in the ward. Just indicate who are the other team leaders, especially when you're doing team nursing. Then I expect the nursing the hourly plan for the day to be a component in that daily work plan. So apart from having the identification, we want you to stipulate what you plan to be doing each and every hour. For example, between 7:15 to 7:20, you probably want to do the simple walking route. Walk around the ward, see things in order, and be earlier to receive the other staff as they report. Who is responsible for that activity? The nurse manager, the team leaders when necessary. What resources are required? Always have your normal checklist to check what are those things I need to ensure have been done before I can take over the report from the night staff. And then you evaluate. Maybe when you're doing the rotation, you note the walk around, you notice the sluice room was not clean. And then you make a comment and you follow up later. Then you need to know what you'll be doing between 7:20 to 7:45. Usually the handover report done by both night and day morning shift duties. What are the resources you require? Those documentations you require in the morning. What did you note? Or the staff reported on duty, or maybe there was incomplete identification of chart, or whatever you note, both positive and negative. And then where I have put those dashes means you need to have an activity for each and every of those hours until 7:15, 7:20 the following morning. So you need to fill in the gaps. That is just a template. Remember, you need to sign you as a person who prepared, and this work plan needs to be countersigned by the ward in charge, just for accountability purposes, and just to say, yes, this student manager did this within the legal framework and met the expectations. Okay, so the weekly plan is more or less the same. We have identification of the work area, and then this is based on major activities which happen within the week from Monday to Sunday, not Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday. So maybe Monday mornings usually have morning ward routes, and then we have afternoon, we could be having a credit review board. Remember, evaluation is continuous. We don't expect a lot of changes in the weekly work plan because most wards have similar expectations of what will be happening within the week, but you need to fill this gap. So what do we expect to be happening on Sunday morning? Generally in the ward, is it just general patient care, or do we expect the chaplain to come and visit the ward? So you plan for them. Evaluation is also continuous. So if I came on our Wednesday and I met you have only evaluated Monday and Tuesday, that would be fine. But if I came on Wednesday and I met you've evaluated Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then that would be a problem, because evaluation is real time. While we plan into the future, we evaluate real time. What are some of the things we need to do? I don't expect copy and paste. I don't expect totally identical work plans, whether daily, especially the daily one, because remember we said management is an art, so we expect to see the individualism of each of you portrayed in your work plans. Each ward has unique activities. The evaluation is done real time, and work plans should be done as a routine every day. Don't wait for the assessment day. Have your daily work plans. Put them in a folder, even if you leave them within the ward, such that we can come and ask you, where's your work plan for last week, Thursday, and you can be able to show us. It's a learning process. It should be done every day. It should be part and parcel of you. Then, for the purposes of assessment, we need to upload at least 4 daily work plans on the Mtihani portal and at least 2 weekly plans on the same portal. Ensure you upload your work in the right link. Check your group. If it's group 1, please upload your work under group 1. If it's group 5, please upload your work under group 5. The other thing I need to encourage us is support each other, consult each other. Learn from each other. Ask your colleagues, when the lecturer came to your ward today, what did you learn about? What did she demonstrate? And share with each other. Then consult your faculty, who will be supervising you, at least 3 of us, and you have very experienced mentors in your wards. Talk to those ward in charges. Ask them questions. They have a lot to teach. So please, let's see what you upload on the portal. Ensure you do a great job, and I'm sure you'll do well. Till then, take care.